Welcome back to another episode of Not for the Weak-Minded. Now this is a continuation from the last video, and we're going to carry on reading my dissertation. And so here we go, let's just get into it. Just the contents, summary, historical review, other key theories and concepts, important methodological approaches and their limitations, history of research in your area, how thinking has changed, landmark studies, current state of knowledge and its limitations, current points of debate, the significance of the issue being researched, materials and methods, history of the argument, discussion, pictures, conclusion, reference, and the bibliography. So, here we go. As a researcher, in fact before I start, there are so many things I could have said about within the first thing, but as I go along I will be saying other things which are not mentioned in this, and as I said in the first video, it could have been 3 or 4 times longer, and albeit you'll see at the end that I've done 243 references, that is even cutting it short compared to what is really to know and what to put together in order for you to change your own mind about this reality. And although this is just me talking about this, and you know, you may not want to believe it, I will after this go through the visual evidence, through documentation and other things, but we don't have much time, so I'm trying to get this head on, trying to make you see that you are special and that you do matter. So, as a researcher over the last 10 years of my life, I have come to learn that there are no simple answers in order to understand humanity's origins. I have spent years dedicated to many fields that are not approached by the academic society, which is fundamental in understanding the mechanisms that govern our existence. This being the paranormal, ufology, reverse speech, so many other subjects, you know, the other side of the archaeological record, all the stuff that they do not incorporate, like the out of place artifacts. We'll discuss this later on, it's mentioned, and other things, you know. I mean, they're very restrictive in what they incorporate into what is reality, and this is censorship of the academic record. Now you've got all these people out there that, you know this, and the truth is that there's 2 sides to reality, but nothing is what it seems, and it's very, very hard to explain everything in a 10-minute video, 25-minute video, particularly when everyone's got their own little beliefs about what's really going on, and in terms of their perception of it, completely wrong if they believe that space is what they've been programmed to believe. However, let's get into the debate itself, which was the Eolithic debate. So this dissertation is about the Eolithic debate, and it incorporates much more than whether these stones are or not lithic implements. As someone who has studied everything and has not thrown to one side actual evidence that is ignored by the academics, this dissertation is more about the corruption of the education system and who is responsible for this great deception upon humanity's minds. It will involve how many brief mentions of subjects that you may not think are important to this piece of work, but I aim to show you that everything is connected once you see the other half of the puzzle pieces currently not taken into consideration by the academic society. Please look at the time spent on the bibliography and the spread of information that is part of this entire dissertation. Science has been selective in its use of non-knowledge and has fabricated results to keep the status quo for centuries. It has been abusive of its power, as all core principle theories that intertwine with each other have individually been proven wrong, but still continues to be taught for an evil purpose in the classrooms today. I am not calling lecturers evil, as they do a good job at teaching the curriculum, and like everyone else are constrained to being an economic slave to the system. Our passions have been used against us, and this is in all walks of life, and we do not see that the enemy are using our passions and our abilities against us. We all have been born into a corrupt world of evil, controlled by a small group of psychopathic liars at the core of our society, who subsequently have tricked us into working for their agendas to eventually kill all living things on this very special place, including yourselves. I am merely stating that the places upon high within our society has sat wickedness for centuries, who have plotted against humanity for our own self-destruction, and that they have it is mind-boggling the foresight these people have had and how long they've had this in place. And if you research the declassified military files, you'll see that certain projects like the 4 project and the Star Wars project all relate to now and their plans to depopulate the planet using low Earth orbit craft that are clearly in the sky. You know, people around the world are hearing strange noises in the skies, and it isn't because there's aliens coming from space. It's because they got craft in space, and they're actually trying to destroy this place. Literally destroy it, all life, the dome, the mechanisms which govern our existence, including the grid system, the power grid system, which is the pyramids connected to around the world, which is why they're now saying we're due a pole shift. It is not, it's a lie. They are destroying all the pyramids and sacred sites of the world, and systematically over time this has weakened this frequency-based reality. They have used CERN to lower the frequency of this world in order for them to even be here, while destroying the mechanisms which keep them at bay. It is mind-boggling. But and you know, like I said, you are special. This earth is created. You are created. You must see that you were lied to and that you are the gardeners of this place. We must stand against evil, and we must protect our own. We must protect the future of humanity, because they're the ones under attack in the classrooms right now, with LGB teaching to 3-year-olds. I mean, come on people, sex to 3-year-olds, it's not on. They don't need to know, they're free. So moving on. Technology today may seem benign, but in actual fact they were designed by evil for a purpose. The television being their best weapon into tricking the minds of the masses into believing a lie and subsequently living a potentially sinful life, which was their intentions. Sadly, many do not know reality, and it's much worse than that, because they've tricked you so much that you're going to get technology in you, and you're going to be zombified. In essence, literally turned into a hive mind animal machine which is going to attack humanity. Please do not take the technology. It is a lie. You've been lied to your whole life. They're going to continue to push this technology as a benefit to our species and make you think it's something great. It is not. So sadly, many do not know reality itself due to this deception upon your mind. Now they have further developed advanced unethical technologies that many will believe will be a benefit for everyone due to hearing it on the television, radio. I've already heard it started airing on the radio, on Heart FM. That is part of a much bigger deceptive plan for a new world global order, which, with the help of charities and philanthropy and the way of certain institutions, they have been using truth and lies to get away with mass genocide for centuries, while controlling the historical narrative. In essence, this has been done by the Catholic Church through the creation of corrupt institutions and organisations through time that have been buying, hiding or destroying very important information, artifacts or archaeological sites connected to the golden world culture throughout the earth mentioned in the Bible. These amazing sites have evidence that suggests a very different interpretation to the origins of our species and have been deliberately destroying them with the use of the military. Many invasions, albeit that for the majority of oil, which is something I didn't even bring up in this, and when you see what geology is, and know that the earth is not millions of years old, the oil is part of creation. The oil is lubricant for some kind of device, which we are in. And so they've been systematically destroying this place, or lying to the gardeners of it. We have forgotten history. We have forgotten that what we were capable of, i.e. our higher spiritual abilities. You are a spirit, and we have not listened to ourselves. We were warned, and now prophecy's coming true because we have let it happen. Because we've let them lie to us. We've let them use the technologies. We've let them think of this world as insignificant. And now that they've literally destroyed it to the brink where 95% of the population are going to go. Everything, all life. It's happened before. We know it's happened before. But they've lied to you about it. They're the ones that have done it before in the past, and they're doing it again. Because the Earth isn't millions of years old. Dinosaurs are fraudulence of the real geological epochs. I'm getting into this, trust me. All this is everything I'm saying that I've talked about. It's just on a minor scale, because I only had 12,000 words. You know, we're all restricted to what we want to write in an academic level, unless you're an actual academic. So where was I? They've been destroying this place, hiding artifacts and destroying archaeological sites connected to the golden wormhole culture throughout the earth mentioned in the Bible. Red kite spiritually symbolizes God. Anyway, these amazing sites have evidence that suggests a very different interpretation to the origins of our species, and have been deliberately destroying them with the use of the military. Many invasions, albeit that they have made oil, that's where I got to, sorry, had more to do with destroying these ancient archaeological sites of historical importance, such as Laos. I mean, they bombed. Laos is the most heavily bombed location in the world. It's a fact, you know, look it up. But what exactly? Well, just because there's a lot of archaeological sites there that contain evidence that they don't want you to know, they hate, because it's to do with the creation. So in fact, they have done such a good job ensuring the true ancient past be quashed that sadly today history is repeating itself again. Babylon is on the rise thanks to this great deception upon our species' minds. Many, due to their current perception about everything, will not believe it when I say that Babylon is in America and is also connected to prophecy, the whore of Babylon, and Israel. But I've not even got into that yet. That currently, in secret, Elon Musk's Boring Company is building a particle accelerator 3 times the size of CERN, and that it's connected to the major overexpenditure at Denver Airport. I will be discussing things that are also China are going to build one, and America's building one, and essentially this is destruction on a scale that cannot happen, and the gods will not allow this to happen, and they will return, because they will not see this world fully destroyed by these demons. But it's up to you whether you want to lose your soul, lose you know, your life to these beings, to their agendas, to what they've really been up to this whole time since you've been born. I know it's very hard to hear, but it is what it is. So this particle accelerator 3 times the size of CERN, and it's designed for a very, very dangerous purpose, and it does relate to what's really going on around us, you know, already. Albeit it has nothing to do with the Eolithic debate, it has everything to do with these core principles that was created through deception by the elites, which is still being taught today for a nefarious purpose against all of humanity. And I will get into what, you know, this is just the summary, so I will get into this. The truth must be known by the masses before it's too late. I don't care what they give me for this one.